Bart defeated the 5th graders with a dodgeball. The principal became Bart's autograph wall. A golden statue of Bart was also placed in the Dodgeball Hall of Fame. Bart could even transform into Superman to protect the Earth. All of this was his fantasy. In reality, the opponent first defeated Bart's 2 teammates. Bart had to defeat a 5th grade senior student. Bart dodged the opponent's throw and successfully hit him. All the 4th grade students were celebrating for Bart. But the 5th grade boy was watching the dodgeball in the air. After the dodgeball hit Milhouse, it bounced back into his hand. Since the ball didn't touch the ground, the 5th grade won. The 4th graders were very dissatisfied with this result, but the match outcome was decided by the referee. From then on, a conflict arose between the 4th and 5th graders. The 4th graders believed the game was rigged. The 5th graders thought they were immature. Both sides began retaliating against each other. A 5th grade student was ambushed during recess.
Zach! Who did this to you? It was the 4th graders.
The conflict between the two sides even affected the homeroom teachers of both grades. The teachers started fighting directly in the cafeteria. The 5th graders came again to mock the 4th graders for knowing less. Bart decided to challenge the 5th grade senior one-on-one.
Rumble it is, after school, rain or shine. Anybody want to wait for shine?
Yeah, definitely shine.
After the sky cleared, both sides would begin their duel. The atmosphere at the scene was very tense. Bart blocked the opponent's punch. He discovered the opponent had a scar on his arm identical to his own, but neither of them knew where the scar came from.
You call that a scar? This is a scar!
That's your belly button. Everybody's got one.
I thought I was special!
Bart asked his mother Marge about the origin of this scar.
I was afraid this day would come.
Marge took out a photo album from 7 years ago. She used to go to the gym regularly back then. At that time, Bart was particularly close to 3 other kids. Marge also became friends with their mothers, but the mothers had a very bad impression of Bart.
Such an innocent time.
Bart was curious why they didn't meet anymore. It was because Marge had argued with those mothers. Looking at herself in the photo, she realized she had lost her smile from before. To reclaim her former happiness, Marge decided to meet with those mothers. Homer wanted to calculate his taxes. Marge gave her seat to him.
Okay, number dependent 3. Better check last year's return.
Marge invited the mothers to her home. They thought the happiest ones about reuniting should be their husbands.
Homer, stop doing that. Homer!
The children discovered they all had the same scar on their hands, but none of their mothers had told them about the origin of the scar. The children decided to skateboard first.
Check out my gnarly backwards foot.
Bart hadn't expected these kids to be even crazier than himself. The mothers were laughing and chatting happily, but the fathers were very quiet. Homer wanted to say something to ease the atmosphere.
Asinine. Everything you say is asinine.
Marge told everyone the mothers would gather again next week. Bart prepared himself for a broken leg. Today, Marge was going to the gathering, so Homer needed to watch the kids at home. Homer decided to chat with Moe on the computer.
Hey, how you doing, homie?
Stupid Flanders Wi-Fi.
That wasn't the Wi-Fi. My Bell's palsy's acting up. Yeah, it can be tough, but, I try to stay positive.
At the gathering, the mothers noticed Marge still retained her habit of taking care of children. They advised Marge to try to get away from the kids to enjoy a happy life, so everyone suggested they should gather every Tuesday.
Fine, I'll do it.
Marge started living a life without caring about her husband or children. Bart was also forced to participate in adventures he didn't want to play, but in the end, he was still mocked by those kids. When Lisa found Bart practicing stuffing a remote control in his mouth, she knew things were getting out of control. She believed they should stop Marge from going out with those women.
Something drove them apart once before, and I bet it has something to do with this scar.
The doctor had seen Bart's scar in a comic book. He suggested Bart go to Comic Book Guy for answers. So Bart went to find Comic Book Guy. Comic Book Guy obviously knew the origin of this scar, but he was unwilling to tell Bart. Bart threatened him with his most precious comic.
No, I'll tell you what you want to know.
Bart's scar dated back to July 4th, 7 years ago. Everyone was having a 4th of July picnic at the time. The mayor organized all the townspeople to watch the fireworks display because Comic Book Guy was the only single young man in town who didn't drink. He was responsible for setting off the fireworks. 4 mischievous children were very interested in the fireworks. While Comic Book Guy was eating his sandwich, the children released all the fireworks at once. The flames from the fireworks fell to the ground, injuring the residents. Comic Book Guy's sandwich was also destroyed by the fireworks. 4 red-hot forks fell onto the backs of the children's hands. and every July 4th. Bart planned to bring those kids to the garage and then light these fireworks. This way Marge would think these kids were bad and leave their mothers, but Marge discovered them. Milhouse thought for a long time, but couldn't come up with a suitable reason.
Milhouse, I'm getting tired of waiting.
Can I go home and think of a lie?
Yes, you may.
Bart explained he did this hoping his mother would return to the family. Marge was touched, but she also wanted her own life. Marge told the mothers about Bart's plan, but the mothers thought it was normal. They all believed their children were led astray by Bart. This made Marge very angry.
I remember why I left this group 7 years ago, and it's why I'm leaving now. Good day, ladies.
Lisa felt very sorry that her mother lost her friends, but Marge believed those people couldn't be considered her real friends.
Maybe Lisa and I could be friends. Not with each other, but with you.
But Marge hadn't told Homer about her breakup with the mothers yet, because she thought Homer was getting along happily with the fathers.
Why do you keep trying to engage us?
Hey, diddly hi, Homer.
Oh, you beautiful man!
No, that feeling is Mutual of Omaha.
God, you're hilarious!